Hello and welcome to the Fun Friday feature Overheard on the Creative Mindset Podcast. My name is Isolde Trachtenberg and I'm thrilled you're here. We're going to have 3 short overheards today. The first one, 2 young people were sitting behind me and having an interesting conversation. He said, "I'd wear a shirt that said, 'I prefer women with brains.'" And she said, "You mean if you were a zombie?" And he said, "It's the only way." And she said, "If I were a zombie, I'd make sure to eat your brains first." And he said, "That's the sweetest thing you've ever said to me." I love romance in the 21st century. They were talking about, of course, being zombies. I don't know if they were talking about The Walking Dead or if they were just talking about zombies as a general topic, but that's how he'd get dates, I guess, if he were a zombie, is he'd wear, or maybe that's how he'd get brains. Regardless, they both thought it was really sweet that they would eat each other's brains first. That's so cute. I love it. So that was the first overheard. Moving on to the second. And here's the next overheard, which is sort of on a different part of the romantic spectrum. 2 young women at the Starbucks. One is about 17, the other's about 18, roughly. Young woman 1 said, "So what do you think? Are you going to go out with him?" "I don't know. He's got no drive. If he wants to be with me, he's going to need to graduate, get a job, and make something of himself." "By when? He can't do it all today or tomorrow, and he asked you out for this Friday." "Yeah, but if he's not hustling between now and Thursday, then he's not worth my time." And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and others. She needs someone to be full of drive before she'll even consider going out with him. So he's got to have brains of a different sort. It is interesting, isn't it, how some people are driven to excel. And there is that thing about you are the sum of the 5 people you most hang out with. So she, I think, probably knows this on some gut level, that if she takes a romantic partner who doesn't have the drive that she has or that she needs to feel like she's doing her best and being her best, then it's not going to work. I can't believe she's that wise about what she needs at such a young age. She wasn't any more than 17 or 18 years old, and still she already knows it. And I really do. I love it. I love it when you know what you want and you won't settle for anything less. That's great in my book. All right, here we come with the third overheard story for the week. And sometimes I'm part of an overheard. Here we go. So I'm sitting and getting work done at the Panera before the next thing I have to do. A number of women, their young children, and their pastor sit down next to me. One of the children, a boy of about 3 years old, is screaming. His voice is pitched at practically above my hearing range. Seriously, the piercing is giving me heart palpitations. I'm impressed with the sheer tone and projection. I look over at them. "Please forgive us for being so loud," the pastor says. "Children are children. They scream," I respond. "We're trying to minimize the screaming," the mom says. "Yes, I'm most impressed with the volume and projection and height of the pitch," I say. "There are operatic sopranos who would kill to be able to do that." I smile at the boy. He quiets down and sucks his thumb at me. The mom, who is busy juggling both the toddler and her daughter named Aria, great name, and a newborn she's trying to nurse, gets tears in her eyes. "Do you think so?" she asks. "I do. Perhaps you have a boy soprano in the making here," I say. "Do you hear that?" she says to her son. "Maybe you'll be a singer. Maybe this is a gift." The boy nods and giggles. She hugs him and says, "Just try not to use this gift too often." I laughed until I cried. I hope you enjoyed this week's Overheard. My name is Isolde Trachtenberg. If you're enjoying this show, if you're liking the Friday feature of Overheard, drop me a line, let me know. And if you overhear a conversation that you'd love to get on the air, I'd be happy to record it and get it out here so that other people can hear the fun stuff that we get to hear in our everyday lives. Some of it is just a revelation. Until next time, this is Isolde Trachtenberg at the Creative Mindset Podcast, sending you all of my love. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the podcast if you're new, and please tell your friends about the community we're building here. Today's episode was produced by Isolde Trachtenberg and is copyright Isolde Trachtenberg 2019. Today's music was from Kevin MacLeod, Laser Groove, and Ave Marimba, brought to you by Creative Commons License 3.0. As always, please remember this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Past performance does not guarantee future results, although we can always hope. Until next time, I send you all of my love.